A Wonderful Compromise, written by Nancy McGrath.
There's always been a great debate on whether it's better to live in the country or the city. There are advantages to both, as well as disadvantages, and I guess one chooses according to one's taste. This is a story about two cats who were faced with this choice. Their names were Brutus and Breezy, and they were brother and sister. Brutus was a big, handsome boy with a gray suit. He was the firstborn and very brave. Breezy was smaller, but very slender and supple, intelligent, and a beautiful tawny orange color. After their stay with their mother and they had grown sufficiently, it was time for them to set out to find their forever homes. So, with hugs and kisses and a few tears, Brutus and Breezy bid their mother farewell and started off. As they walked, they talked about the kind of place they would like to live. "Well, one thing is for sure, we must stay together," Brutus said. "Oh, yes," replied Breezy. They had been born in the deep, deep forest where it's always dark and slightly damp. It was a beautiful place, full of moss and ferns. But the first thing they both agreed on was that they wanted their new home to be full of light. But that was where the agreement ended. Breezy wanted lots of sunshine. Brutus was thinking more of the electrical sort of light. As they walked on, the darkness fell behind them and it became lighter and lighter. Soon they were on an open road with fields all around them. Breezy's eyes were growing larger at every step. She sniffed the air and smelled freshly mown hay. "Oh, what a beautiful smell," she said to her brother. Brutus filled his lungs. "Yes, indeed, but there must be more. We should carry on." Breezy agreed. Day was beginning to turn into evening as they walked. All of a sudden, a great roar and two giant lights appeared on the road in front of them and began to come closer at a very rapid pace. Breezy squeaked when Brutus grabbed her arm and jumped to the side of the road as a delivery truck rushed by on its way home for the day. Breezy trembled from fright, but Brutus was intrigued and wondered how it moved so fast. "You mustn't be afraid, Breezy. It's only a large machine." That was just the sort of thing he looked forward to learning about. It was at this point that they realized how tired and hungry they were. They had been walking along a fence for some time and decided to sit down next to it for a rest and to eat supper their mother had packed for them. As they rested, two significant things happened. Breezy heard the gurgling noise of a brook, and Brutus noticed a big house made of brick. They were both excited. Breezy thought they should go over to the brook for a drink, so they wiggled under the fence and cautiously crept towards it. After filling up on the cool, refreshing water, they looked around them. Sitting on a bench under a beautiful willow tree was a kindly-looking lady. She smiled and said, "Hello, kittens, where did you come from?" She reached down and pet their heads. Her voice was so soothing and her touch so gentle that they immediately started to purr. They felt very content. As they relaxed, Miss Lily told them her name and also about Theodore, the cat who used to live with her. He was very old and finally went to heaven, and now she was alone and lonely. The two cats curled up on each side of her and listened and purred. When she finished speaking, they told her about their journey to find their forever home. Why, it was the perfect match, they all agreed. And to make it even more perfect, Breezy had a big, beautiful garden to play in, with a brook and trees and flowers and sunshine, and a little garden house to live in. That made her very happy. As for Brutus, he had a house with a library, a sitting room just for him, and a front sidewalk that led to town. Everything a gentleman cat needed. And Miss Lily was happy because in return for her kindness and generosity, her new garden cat chased away the gophers, and her new house cat kept the mice out of the cheese. And they provided lovely companionship. They were all three great friends and had their tea together every day, sometimes in the sitting room and sometimes in the garden. So, as you see, even though we all have our own taste for country or city, one can sometimes find a wonderful compromise.